buyer and customer research is slightly different when you're talking to prospects or your total addressable market or your ICP or whatever versus your customers who have used the product. So do you completely separate those two and take different approaches, focus on one over the other, do both? Like, what is your kind of take there for companies?
I don't change the methodology. I change what I want to understand. The majority of a market is not in a high intent buying motion at most points in their life cycle. A really good example is how many times you buy a CRM. Once you buy HubSpot, it might be 3 or 5 years before you move to something else, if at all. So customers have a different sort of mindset when they are looking at the approaches they're going to take in market versus buyers who probably are aware that you exist or may not be. They at least are aware that the problems exist, but for some reason they have not prioritized solving it. Well, why? I've been in B2B 21 years, and early stage companies often get hung up with that. If I show them the thing, they're going to buy it. And that's not true over all the data we've seen over decades of B2B transactions. What really happens is buyers understand that they have an assortment of problems, but they prioritize which ones they're going to solve quarter to quarter, year after year, because of all these various conditions that exist within their business model. But what are those things? And then what causes them to prioritize investing in a solution? That's what I want to focus on when I'm doing buyer research. How do they see a category? What are the options? What do they see as their options in a market and the various approaches? Because maybe they're actually comparing your solution against, if you have a piece of software, maybe they're comparing you against an actual service-based business. And they're thinking that maybe either one of these could work for us for different reasons. So we need to understand, okay, well, what do they see as their options in the market? How do they view these things in the context of their business model, and so on and so forth. When I talk to a customer, it's more about, at the end of the day, why did you choose us? What were the business objectives you want to achieve? And did you receive that value? When it's buyers, you try to understand how they look at an overall category, a market, their options, and how they choose what they're going to do within their business model. But I like to sort of separate the two because of where they are in their mind state, the state of mind when they're making a purchase.